I'm 37.
What?
I'm 37, I'm not old.
Hello, viewing several. Here we are again. It's been a while since I checked this artist out. I first came across Paris Paloma when I checked out Labour. Feel free to look at that reaction if you haven't already. A really interesting piece. I really liked the video as well as the actual song. I liked the message. I liked the whole aesthetic. Definitely an artist that style-wise I enjoyed and wanted to hear more from. Wasn't sure where to go next. I think this track is the title track, if I'm not mistaken, from her latest album. No idea what to expect, but that's why we're here. So let's just get to it. Paris Paloma, The Warmth.
It's thawing and melting the ice. White goats are grazing on the mountainside. It's golden, blinded by the sight of the water moving in the lust of the lights. To think that I was running from the night, but I've been following behind the light all this time.
I really love the aesthetic. Okay, first of all, the music. I love that. That sort of I'm going to assume guitar sound and the sort of ethereal vocal in the background. It's creating a beautiful atmosphere. Visually, it's fascinating. I love the way that she's locking eyes with the camera and the way that she's moving. Maybe she has a background in dance. Regardless, it doesn't really matter. The way that she's moving and the way she's connecting, like, with us through the lens is really interesting. I'll admit that the message at the minute isn't hitting me yet. But that line in particular, that's right there, that I've been following behind the light all this time, assuming that the light, whatever that light or that warmth represents, was something that you were like staying away from, or you were having to avoid, but actually you were in its wake somehow. So it'd be fascinating to read up more if the lyrics themselves don't reveal it to me. Fascinating to see what the chorus sounds like, because the verse is very it's lovely. I mean, I don't know how else to put it. It's just it's a lovely sound.
Moving slowly, tracking laughter through the trees, the sound of the safety that's evaded me, the calling of the birds, the warmth returns to my extremities, long dead from freezing burn.
What? Oh, I wish I could get more of a handle on the metaphor, the message of what the warmth and the light represents. I mean, just now as well, the imagery that's being used, it feels very pagan, I guess. And that may be displaying my ignorance, but it feels like a sort of almost new agey, spiritual, that kind of thing where there's a communion with nature, there's a connection to the natural world. And maybe that ties into what the warmth represents. I feel a bit frustrated that I can't quite get a handle on the message, but the sound and the music and the video itself, it's just it's soothing more than anything. Even if the underlying message isn't quite connecting with me, I'm really enjoying the aesthetic and I'm enjoying the sound, if nothing else. Let's go back just a tiny bit. The calling of the birds, the warmth return. See, I feel dumb right now. I'll be honest, I feel dumb. that I'm not quite getting it, but I'm enjoying it, if that's worth anything.
To my extremities, long dead from freeze above. Softly on my feet, I thought it ran for me, but the beckoning sunbeam, I'm nearly in reach.
The choreography and the lighting, beautiful.
It's still there, but it can't always returning. Hope is coming back and now no, it can't help me. It's still there, but it can't always returning. It can't hurt me. It's still there, but it can't always returning. Hope is coming back and now.
Maybe there's references to winter as well as the warmth and a thawing, like a change.
I reached it with hands out like a child.
God, she's so intense as well. Just the way she...
Pull the light, and it shone through my teeth, and I tasted sunbeams emanating from me, from me, from me. In the clearing, I reached it.
I'm getting like Aurora vibes. Like there's a calling to something to do with nature and to do with a celebration of a release or a becoming, like a, you know, discovering yourself. Or...
It can't hurt me. It's still there, but it can't now. The warmth's returning.
I feel so dumb.
It's coming back and now. No, it can't hurt me.
Oh, the video is so
It's
sad.
still there, but it can't now. The warmth's returning.
Just the fluidity of their movements and again her intensity. Okay, I need to do a little bit of research now because I really enjoyed that a lot. I love the video itself, but more than that, the music, the aesthetic, the vibe. It was just beautiful and it was soothing, but still quite intense. But I'm frustrated by the fact that I can't get a firm grip on the message, and there obviously is a message there. There's a metaphor. There's something in it that I felt I got more or less immediately, or you know, I generally got with Labour, but I'm missing it here. So please bear with me. Okay, no dice on Genius. Let's look elsewhere. Come on, internet, help me out. There's nothing specific. Hang on, maybe the comments on the actual video show something. Okay, alright, this is interesting. We're going into the comments and going into the discourse below the video. There's references to recovering from depression or PTSD. At least how some people have interpreted the lyrics to say that it's you know, feeling scared about good things coming to you after you've gone through a difficult period in your life. Obviously the use of like pagan aesthetics, the moon and the symbolism there, to help represent that. Oh, someone's posted this African proverb: a child not embraced by the village will burn it down to feel its warmth. Or to feel... okay, that's really interesting too. And like I said, someone saying here, it's still there, but it can't hurt me. Know the warmth's returning. How nice of you to summarise my most recent years of recovery for me. So there's a... yeah, there seems to be a theme there of how maybe the warmth and the lights represents something like trauma, like depression, like PTSD, things that hurt you, things that damage you in some way. that never really go away. They're always there on some level. All you can learn to do is to cope with and to navigate them. Very weird comparison that's just popped into my head. It's like with, spoiler alert, for The Babadook, one of my favourite horror films, because it, depicting grief and trauma as an actual thing that you can't necessarily just smash and defeat. You just find a way to subdue it and feed it occasionally, check in with it now and then, but basically let it be, but not let it control you. And maybe that's what the warmth is, like the warmth of a light or a fire that represents pain, represents trauma, represents struggle, that, like with the lyric that says that I was in its wake, that it's not something you have to run away from and you have to hide from. It's just something that you have to come to terms with and accept that it's going to come. And when it does come, it doesn't have to hurt you. It doesn't have to make your life worse. You just have to, for want of a better phrase, deal with it. You have to cope with the warmth. Yeah, I have no idea if I'm interpreting the lyrics correctly. Let me know, guys, please. Let me know in the comments. Let me know whether you have found a very specific interpretation from Paris, or if you had a similar feeling when you first listened to the song. Just let me know. Anyway, generally speaking, on the whole, as it was with Labour, I'm impressed. I love her songwriting. I love her performance style. I've loved both the videos I've seen so far. I think I'm just going to have to keep going down the rabbit hole and maybe even just listen to the album. What's it called? Cacophony. Yeah, maybe I just need to do an album reaction. Maybe I just look at the music videos. Again, let me know. What would you prefer? Should I check out the album as a whole? Should I both check out the album and the music videos? When it comes to Paris's work, what's the best step? But yeah, goodbye forever.